I am so glad that I don't care how fucking bad off my life has gotten, and it's gotten pretty bad. I'm nearing to level 50. But I am so glad I'll never want to be one of these kinds of people who, I don't know, man, it's bizarre. Comment section down below if you're somebody who experiences this from time to time. And it's getting so bad, it's like, you know what? How did anything of any good come from anybody, or did it ever? Think with me about this. See, this is what I'm tripping out on. It's so fucking strange. It's so fucking phenomenal. But you know, we might have experienced this, and can I get around to telling you my fucking point? It's been really weird the past 3 or 4 years, right? Very. It's like the overwhelm. The word overwhelm is not a good word. It never was a good word before, but now it's like, what is the word for just overload? Like how that, oh, you think that it was bad before and nobody's going to say anything now, nobody can even talk about anything, forget it. What's the problem, Shauna? Oh, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm not as dumbed down as the next person. So now let's look at this, though. Let me see, because life is very hard, right? And it's not very hard, but we can go, see, personally, we can go through some pretty tough stuff. And do we bother to rub everybody's nose in it? Really? I mean, really? I mean, we can go on and on about all the negative shit. See, now, but here's my point. Now, have you ever experienced when it's like, okay, you know what? Now, you know what? It's going to happen every time you're making a breakthrough and you're like, okay, I can do for me better. This is going to be good. I am raising my vibrational frequency. It's going to be a little higher. I can crack a smile and actually be of just say, hey. And you know what? God, just doing this. Did I feel 20 people going, they don't want you to smile, or what's your point? Right? Like, what's your point of even waving at us? Well, no, I don't really give a shit. I can't care about people that don't care about me. That's not my problem. I don't have a problem with caring for people that can't care for me. And I will correct that if I happen to find that I found myself in the company of people who can give a shit about me, but I keep fucking thinking that I just keep doing something with it and thinking that something else is going to change from that. See, I know me better. A lot of people, you know, hey, the past 3 years, it's been difficult. If you can have this conversation and understand that there is a shift happening, there's a split going on, and it might end up that if you're lucky, you're completely alone and you're going, oh my God, where is everybody? Well, you're going to have to reform. You're going to have to find your people. It's the most exciting time in our lives that we're living. Pluto points at it. Pluto is going back to Capricorn saying, babes, are you getting out of that fucking control freak fucking shit that has nothing to do with anything now but you? Can you get rid of that piss poor fucking programming that keeps you not only stuck, but possibly operating as pure fucking full-blown weaponry, because the system over there needs volunteers. They can't do it without you clubbing around. I'm trying to get, now this is, it's the same effect that you get when you run into something, okay, that you look at it, you look at it and it's like, this person, why did they show up just now? We need celebrators to be supporting us in our good times, not people that encroach and say, you know what? I don't see it that way. You know, what, see, you can put up a post that says, and I'm not really into it like you think, really, fuck Facebook. That place, fake book. Thank God, you know the difference. I can care less. I really can. Be careful. Be careful. Do not put any emotional value in whatever you're looking at over Facebook. If you can, now here's the thing. I have Cash App, I have PayPal, I have Venmo, I have Patreon. And lo and behold, the first person who jumps on it and says, man, I want to give you what you're asking. And here, me? I'm like, no, just give me 2% of what I'm asking. That's my problem, babe. And they're trying to deal with that, and I'm trying to deal with something, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know how it works, really. I don't. It's kind of, see, I'm not somebody who asks something that I don't deserve. Like, say, I don't want to work, I just want money. No. I come from a good lineage, and I know about reciprocation. And if money is something that we transact that involves that, then yes, I know what it is to work for money. Okay. Now, but here's the thing: is that I do plenty of work. I'm doing a work that it might not be acknowledged as much, because who can really benefit from it? Well, some people do. They express it, and then they are willing to support that. And there is where I'm able to receive. Um, and that's not my point of the video now. But see, you see, why don't we make it just that, babes? Just say, look at man, there are people that could be really close to you. Like, for instance, my neighborhood. I don't feel safe talking to them about anything. Having said that, babe, is this in the air right now? Yes, it's Mars and Cancer. Not a good place for Mars to be. Can you please listen to people around you? Do not stop running a line on people. Can you wake up a little bit? Because your fucking nerve endings, if they're shot, you're liable to fucking just try and smack somebody else around, right? Hurt people, hurt people. Please. You know, you can experience it enough where you can just turn this off. You don't need to expose yourself and then start agitating with somebody who's agitating. And I'm not really agitating. I'm expressing myself with aggression, and that's not even violent. What's more violent is, see, now if somebody comes to try to close my mouth, or 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 you're going to come in my room and say something that sucks? Babes, it doesn't say anything about me. It says something about you. Because, babe, common human etiquette, first of all, in real life, we don't do that. Really, I mean, I could say, yeah, I live in a dangerous neighborhood. I don't go to any of their homes. I can't depend on them for not even a cup of sugar if it was something we did to make sure that we knew that we were here. No, fuck that. These people think that they're above living humanely. Yeah, and I happen to think that my town is this way. It's been that way for me so far. People get a little funny just when they think that it appears that you have a lot of money, right? And see, this is the thing: is when money knows that you don't have money. Oh, you're not even a human being. You're just when really it's the opposite, Huns. We wouldn't have money here. Computerizing what? Unless we got completely out of touch with something. And see, we are looking at a massive scale kind of incarceration where your commissary, is money. It's not your idea, but you fucking lame asses can get whatever the more creative people are doing with their creative lives for money that you think you need. Really, it's just suggested to you. I mean, really, can you get a better idea than something so weaponized as something that really it's supposed to help you, but it's just turned into a weapon? Now, getting back to what am I trying to say today? I am so agitated because it's obvious what's coming at me up close. It's the enemy. And you're supposed to play this game with them. Have you seen these movies that are coming out? I don't watch television or anything, but you can see how that they're depicting these scenarios. And basically they're stealing it from you because it's like, oh, either that or it's like, are you people worshiping this shit because you need to stop? You are being programmed, and you're not getting out of that shit without seeing it fully and then getting out of it. You have to see it. You have to look at it. You have to just pry your eyes open and say, holy fuck. And I am now doing that too? No. This. Don't be one of these people. Why do I see this? Hey, you know, I did. It's my first day. September 10. I get a donation into me by somebody who I can tell they appreciate all that I have ever done on this thing. So, but I think that can happen 100-fold for me. If it's just known that, hey man, you can help me now. See, 2 other people was like saying, babe, you can make it easier for us if you had Cash App or Venmo. And I'm like, you know what? You could stop being a fake piece of shit and just send the money fucking in my mailbox a long time ago. So basically, really, I don't really feel this way, but it's like when you start using your own, like if you have actual intelligence, like you are water. Water is the best way to describe true intelligence because it's not going to leave a low part. It's not going to leave anything unfilled. If there's a hole in it, it's going to show you, but it's going to first fill up everything before it starts legitimately just making a rise in awareness, really, and saying, now we're doing this, right? Yep, right? Basically, you're taking that elevator all the way to the top. It will not go unless you have looked at it. I don't know. Getting carried away with that analogy, but see, God, I'm so irritated. This is Mars in Cancer squaring my 369. Now, I don't have an issue with Cancer. They have an issue with me sometimes. That's just the way that the cardinal squares go. If you understand the cardinal square, or the mutable square, or the fixed squares, here's how it goes. This is what astrology is pointing out to us, the possibility that human consciousness is here. Just really, it's happening, whether you know it like it or not. This is how it is. There's the I am. Aries says, I am, bitch. See, the thing that Aries needs to now do is to start to feel with the heart more, right? You know, I'm just going through this, but really it's your emotional life. It's not really pointing at the heart. Leo points at the heart. I don't want to get too engrossed in this. I just want to talk about the squares. Cancer squares Libra. It's a forward square. Cancer squares Aries. Aries has a forward square to Cancer. See, here's how it goes. Aries always has something to learn from Cancer. Cancer is more advanced as a cardinal sign. They are the same quality, cardinal, but they are just more advanced. And you have to slow down and listen to what your square is trying to tell you. Now, God, I am so irritated. And it's not because I'm not handling. Well, you look at this, you guys. I'm in Aries rising, and I do have to look into my own feelings, right? I'm giving the side of me that says, no, maybe I'm overlooking just taking care of myself better. Really, really, like first and foremost, right? And Cancer would offer that up and say, excuse me, but did you put your jacket on? Before you went outside, you gave everybody a jacket, but now you're walking around in the cold. That's wrong. And did you build your house strong enough for you to be sheltered inside correctly? Are you warm? That's Cancer, see. And Aries will be so stupid to try and fight against that? A lot of times, yes. See, Cancer has a forward square to Libra. If they are to evolve and become a little bit more keen, they will have to be less emotional, more getting into, now it's not necessarily the mind, babe, but do you have love in your life? Do you have a balance that you're achieving through all of your senses, your ability to self-organize in a regulative way, being regulative? What I mean is regulating your emotions and all else passion or whatever, and just getting down to the mathematics of it, and then being able to distribute information evenly and selflessly, and of course, beyond the fear of losing something. See, Libras are heavy duty because they used to say, I love, before the I balance thing came up. Now, why am I like this? I won't stop being like this until Mars, we might have a spiritual awakening with all of my heat, that I begin to get this heat coming. I know me. And I know that Mars, by the time it hits 3 degrees away from my 10 degrees, Jupiter in Pisces, it's a harmonious thing. Now, I just got the vision of, don't be surprised if I want to dance. A really good dancer has Mars trine Jupiter. They have a Mars trine something. I have a Mars trine Moon. I can do a physical dance through an emotional expression, and I'm doing that now. I'm very agitated about this kind of person that comes at me when you are feeling high, when you are feeling no pain, and you're like, you know what? This is me. See, a lot of people need to get back to their higher vibrational frequency after years, especially just the last 3 or 4 years of being fucking gaslight to pieces. And there is something happening with spiritual warfare and the split thing. And do we have to keep speaking to, we're blue in the face to these people that do not do research on this thing, but challenge us with an argument, making us trying to prove our information? I come back at them with saying, well, no, I will prove to you some information, but you now have to prove to me that you have a heart and you have opened an account with reality, and the truth is your main. Woo! Can I get a hello there? Did I not tell people, hey, Mars is coming into Cancer, watch out, man? You know what? You need to not be an insensitive piece of shit. No more, please stop being so insensitive. I'm not being insensitive here. In fact, this is ultra sensitivity that has had enough. We are being patient with you when we're trying to work with your fucking flailing goddamn irresponsible asses. Who, Shauna? Who are you saying? Well, you raise your vibrational frequency on high. You know what that means, babes? You're getting healing. Your nerves are starting to grow back. You know, now you're getting on a very, people, I'm sorry that you do not like this, you money making numbed out fucking people. You know what? I'm sensing there's a whole generation that is like, you know what? You people are starting to max your shit out and you think you're righteous and shit. You need to stand down. You are shitting on your own fucking children. If people are coming at you, especially from my generation, trying to fucking wake your ass up with just a few good words and even a good presence available and being there and being patient, yet you do not fucking present as good witness, not even to your own children, that something is going on and that maybe there's something beyond your fucking need to be righteous, false profited, by the way, if you're following that fucking system that makes people work like shit just for money. So fucking irritated because it's not hard. It's not hard to get a little bit of what we need into us, just enough to be content enough to not get into people's hair and not fuck yourself over either. I don't know what you're working with, but what you have is all you need. God isn't giving you anything more or less of everything that you need. I'm so irritated because that's all that's coming at me is just people that are testing me, that saying, first of all, you know, I don't care if it's not you, that you don't harmonize with the universe and you haven't made a connection with God yet and you can't even have a decent conversation about it, but what you pull out of the fucking scripture, that you just can't understand it, that it's available to you now. Do you know how to let it all go so you can let it all in? And do not wait for other people to fucking put themselves down so fucking low that you are never satisfied. You need to learn. Stop fucking with people. See, this is the thing. You want to help people, right? And you do. And you need to rest though, right? They're a drain because are they really growing or are they just plugging into you because they've found a source of energy? Look at that. If it's a real connection, like it's something worthwhile, they're going to reciprocate something back at you. Even if it is money, yes, they'll do that. They will try to get into you, like my friend Nancy, who says, I hear you have a goal. Here it is. And I said, well, I'll scale it down. And I scaled it down. It's just, I'm fucking ill. I've been ill for like 3 to 4 years. It seems that I cannot get what I deserve. Even though I have done some things, and I said, no, I'm going to charge $35 an hour now but really, I've experienced the window shutting out on me because why? I don't want to fucking dwell on that at all, right? I'm not even asking that question. I don't care about what narcissists have to come up with it. It is fucked up, by the way. And can we protect ourselves now? I say, hell yeah. See, that fucking system knows that how you make a little bit of a step and then it just wants to fucking send more demons at you. And so it's like, yeah, you can tell they can tell on Facebook. You put up a post that says, the universe has your back when you are buoyant. It says something about the connection, and here now it's just, hey, I'm sorry. You know what? I am not sorry. It's none of my business that you are not in harmony, that you're completely fucking lost. Okay? Now, if you see something here that has reciprocated already, why don't you send something that I can use? A lot of us can use money. A lot of us who are this way, who are truly intelligent, don't make money. We can't. It's too morally, it massacres your nerves endings. Don't look at me thinking, oh, Shauna, wow, really? No, look at what top-notch psychologists say about narcissists and psychopaths and your handy-dandy. Devastating, really. These people are toxic. They need to be handled with what? I say they need to be handled with money. Let them have that system and let's be more creative people. And let's just make it an obvious. Say, look, we don't really need money. We need our creativity. We need things to work with here. Money keeps it all away from us. I'm not even here to talk about this. I'm here to talk about how fucking remarkable it is that when you do, this is your journey. And you can't get better without noticing this. And then you're on top of it, babe. You're on top of it. The time that it takes to recover away from having been jabbed by a fucking energetic vampire or some fucking parasite like that gets nil and nil, and you are building so much more strength. Now, I am speaking as humanity. Yet the first responder, our fucking nerves. We are sick and tired of it. We are done. Mars and Cancer. It can't be there. It can't be there. Mars is bad in Cancer. It's just, oh God. Sadly, you're going to deny all of the abuse that's going on right around you. If you have Mars in Cancer, you have seen it. You have been through it. You don't know, man, you probably were far removed from it when you were a kid, but then now you're handling it now. Why? It's just one of those facts of life. It's a truth that we cannot deny. You should not live in denial, or you are going to end up with it slapping you in the fucking face. You do not live by that example, man, and you should be accessing your intelligence to where you observe some things that are going on. You can do this for 40 years or how many lifetimes, and you know for sure now how not to be. And just don't do it. You have that power to not be a fucking goddamn mimic for some fucking society that says strength in numbers and cast you away because what? You're righteous and they're all wrong. I'm here to tell you that whatever you have coming at you, you need to look at it right now. If it's not something that is fucking blowing your mind out on a fucking system that's trying to share to you information in a different way that is designed to fucking help us. Otherwise, it's designed to fucking keep all of that healing down. Yep, just like the food you're eating. You're either eating to die, plain and simple, or you're eating to live. Did you choose the processed food and the fucking GMO? Are you not fasting? See, I'm happy to have met somebody who's like struggling with some things, but here's what you don't do. Stop bugging people. Just stop bugging them. If you are going to bug them, if you have a question, if I've given you information on a day that I'm feeling high and I just pour it out onto you, pay me. Give me what I am struggling to make, which is your stupid fucking money. This is your mother speaking.